Right, hello and welcome back to another video. Today's video, I'm here to give you my pre-match thoughts of the Luton Town versus West Brom game. But before I do, drop a like on today's video, comment below your pre-match thoughts for this game. If you are a West Brom fan, we would like to hear your pre-match thoughts as well in the comment section. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It is free to do so. So how am I feeling going into this game against West Brom? Well, I am not confident. Why am I not confident? Because we are extremely short at the back. We've got a massive injury crisis defensively, which we have done for the last 18 months. And we also have two defenders that are currently suspended for this one. It's come at the complete wrong time, but it's happened and we have to try and find a way of dealing with it. And there is a lot of questions for going into this game. How are Luton going to set up? What are Luton going to do without Alfie in terms of set pieces? How are Luton going to attack? Because Alfie was one of the major, components on the way Luton like to do our attacking business. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. And I feel like we're going to get a lot of answers at the end of the game. But I wanted to wait until the press conference was over because I wanted to know who was actually available for this game. And Tida Menji and Amari Bell, those two players are going to be given as long as it takes. They may feature in this game against West Brom, they may not. I don't want to rush our defenders. I want them to be at least fully available, because if we rush our defenders back, then what's going to happen? They could get further damage to their knocks and future injuries could be worsened and they'll be out for a lot longer. So I don't want to be rushing these players back. If they need another couple of days, give them the couple of days. We're playing against Cardiff midweek. We've got another 3 games in 9 days. So look, let's look after these players as much as we can. Let's not get reoccurring injuries happening. And let's just try our best to manage the squad and change the shape maybe. I don't feel like we should be playing 3 at the back in this game against West Brom. We're going to have to change the shape, in my opinion, especially if Menji and Bell are not available to feature in this game. So play a back 4. What that back 4 is going to be, I honestly don't know. I think it's going to be, obviously, Thomas in goal with Moses playing right back, with our 2 centre-halves being Hashi and also McGuinness. Left back, it looks like it's going to be Joe Johnson, doesn't it? And if I'm being honest with you, you might as well play him. What does he have to lose? If he's the only one that can play as a left back, there's no point playing another player out of position to play in that role when you've got a natural left back on the bench. So, look, let's just play Joe Johnson left back and give him an opportunity, see what he can do. And it also tells us as supporters how ready he actually is. Does he need a loan spell? Or actually, he isn't too far off the first team. So look, let's give him that opportunity. So that would be the back 4. And then what do we do with the rest of the squad? Personally, with me, I would actually play a diamond formation. So in front of the back 4, which is, of course, a very weak back 4 due to the injuries and suspensions, I would play a defensive midfielder. And that's where Nakamba would come in. I would play Nakamba in front of the back 4. And then I have 2 centre mids in front of Nakamba in Kraus with that engine. And I also would play Walsh, because Walsh, passing ability, it can keep the ball really well. And I feel like he's going to be the one that's going to be taking the set pieces for us, as Alfie is, of course, out injured. I think he was one of the players I've highlighted. Him, Baptiste, Moses, and also Clark. I also feel like Clark needs the rest. He needs some time on the bench, because I feel like the performances which I've seen from Clark, they've not been consistent. And don't get me wrong, there's been plenty of players that haven't been consistent, but Clark, I feel like, needs more time out of the team. He needs to be on the bench and give Walsh and Kraus a go as a midfield partnership. So I recap: Nakamba in front of the back 4 with Liam Walsh and also Kraus ahead of Nakamba. And then in that number 10 role, I would play Chong, because I feel like Walsh, he'll be able to pick out Chong quite well. and then hopefully Chong can play on the half turn and then run at the West Brom defence and try and cause them as much problems and as many problems as possible. And then have the strike partnership of Elijah Adebayo and also Morris. You're not going to drop any of the strikers who've literally just scored against Coventry. It's not going to happen. But I would be very in favour of playing Joe Taylor with Elijah Adebayo. But I cannot see that. But I don't think this game is worth lumping balls into the box. But then saying that, West Brom, they've got 3 centre-halves out injured. One is the Nigerian centre-half, which I can't pronounce his name, and I don't want to offend anyone by trying to pronounce it. He's currently got an injury. Got Bartley, who's now injured as well, and also Paddy McNair. All 3 of those centre-halves for West Brom are physical centre-halves who love a battle with a striker. Now, the fact that they've all picked up a knock in the last 9 days and they're out for quite a while goes in our favour a little bit. So Luton, can we technically play our physical style of play? Potentially we could, but we need to show a different side to us. We need to show that, yeah, okay, we can go long, but let's play about a bit. Let's find that right balance. And I feel like in this game against West Brom, I feel like with the players we've got on offer, we might as well try and attack down the middle. And I feel like the diamond formation will allow us to do that. Moses can bomb forward on the right-hand side, who could provide crosses into the box if need be. And Nakamba can sit and just be in front of that back four to help protect it if we do get countered, or just, try to stop that West Brom attack. West Brom, they've got very good players. Wallace, Swift, Moat as well, and there's of course plenty more. They've got the ex-Sunderland striker up top who scored a few goals this season. The way Corban, the West Brom coach, likes to set them up, they're very difficult to break down. So I can see this being a very, very tough game. I'm not confident. I feel like if we walk away with a point, it's a fantastic result for us, especially with the current injury crisis which we've got and the players we've got available. And hopefully getting a positive result against West Brom will give us some sort of confidence to go into that Cardiff game with players returning back from suspension and injury and making us a lot more stronger in that game. But I am worried, I have to admit. Confidence is definitely at an all-time low after being 2-0 up at half-time against Coventry to end up losing the game 3-2. I don't have any confidence if we were to go ahead in this game against West Brom and be able to manage the game and not concede. I feel like we would drop points if we were to win if we were to gain something from a winning position. So look, I feel like we need to find a way. Edwards, it's up to him. I feel like we are underperforming. I do think he's made some shocking decisions. I think tactically we've been absolutely poor at times. But it's down to them to fix it. They've got to sort it out. You can point fingers at injuries and so on, but you need to be tactical. You need to be flexible. You need to show that you can be adaptable to any situation. And this game against West Brom is the perfect time to show for it. So those are my thoughts. What do I think the score is going to be? I am going to go with a 3-1 West Brom win. I don't see us winning. I hope I get proven wrong, and I hope that we do win, because it would be a nice birthday treat for me. Last time we lost on my birthday, it was Graham Jones in charge, and it was against Nottingham Forest, and it was an absolute awful performance. It was a 2-1 defeat. I hope this game is a little bit better than that, but I don't think it will be. But those are my thoughts. I try to be realistic as possible, try and show a nice balance in my opinions. Let me know what you think. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the match reaction after the game against West Brom.